Hey, what's up, fight fans? This is Sonteo, and I'm doing a video on this weekend's boxing matches, starting with Thompson Boxing Promotions. Their card is called New Blood. It'll be tomorrow, Friday, February 8th, and it's going to be held at the Doubletree Hotel in Ontario. The ticket prices are 40, 60, and 100. You can buy them at www.thompsonboxing.com, or you can call 714-935-0900 for tickets. And originally, the main event for this fight card was Pedro Moreno, 11-0 with 7 knockouts, versus Ramon Mascarena, 10-0 with 5 knockouts, two undefeated fighters. The bout was scheduled to be 8 rounds in the super lightweight division, and it sounds like Pedro got sick Tuesday, and there was a decision made on Wednesday to pull them from the main event. So the headliner has moved to a bantamweight fight between undefeated Mario Hernandez, 8-0, 3 knockouts, versus Luis Fernando Saavedra, 7-6 with 3 knockouts. Like mentioned before, it's a bantamweight fight, so it's at 118, and it's an 8-rounder. Also promoted on the fight card is Rancho Cucamonga's Richard Brewer, 3-0 with 1 knockout. His IG is Richard Brewer Jr. Also on the card from Santa Monica, Ruben Torres, 7-0, 6 knockouts. He fights at 140. He turned pro in 2017 at the Omega Products in Corona, and all his other fights after his pro debut have been at the Doubletree in Ontario. And his IG, if you'd like to follow him, is Hunni Torres, Hunni Torres. And then George El Yuyu Acosta, 6-0 with 1 knockout from Whittier, fights at 135. His IG is George Acosta, 562. I followed him on Instagram, and it sounds and looks like he trains out of Maywood Boxing Club. And then also on the card from San Bernardino, Leo Ruiz, 6-foot tall middleweight. He turned pro in 2018, and he's from San Bernardino, California. So another local fighter. There's tons of cards this weekend, starting with Golden Boy Promotions. They have a huge lineup. Ray Vargas, 32-0 versus 18-4 Franklin Manzanilla for the Super Bantamweight title, the WBC Super Bantamweight title. Ray Vargas is the champion. Alberto Machado, 21-0 versus 19-4-2 Andrew Cancio for the WBA Super Featherweight title. This fight card is on the 9th of February. It'll be in Indio at the Fantasy Springs Casino. Another fight on this card is Jojo Diaz from El Monte, 27-1. He only has 1 loss. I believe it's against he suffered that loss last year in Maryland, in Baltimore, I believe, or in Washington D.C. Versus, I forget the boxer's name, Gary Russell. And he's fighting 20-5 Charles Huerta in a 10-round fight. Oscar Duarte, 15-0-1. Oscar Duarte is he fought last year versus RGBA's Joshua Franco, and they fought to a draw. So Oscar Duarte is fighting 28-3 Adrian Estrella. Genaro Gomez, I have a typo right there. I forgot the Z on Gomez. 8-0 will be fighting 13-1-2 Ivan Striker Delgado in an 8-round bout. Tuliano Johnson, 20-2 versus 26-13 Fernando Castañeda, 10-round fight. I'm gonna butcher this name. Azat Ho Yanison, 15-3 versus 22-2-4 Lolito Sonsona, 10-rounders. And then Ferdinand Carol Yan, 11-0 versus 14-1 Eric Daniel Martinez. That's a 6-round fight. So, like I mentioned, this was going to take place at the Fantasy Springs Casino in Indio, California, and it's a Golden Boys promotion event, and it will be held February 9th. And then here in LA at the Dignity, what used to be StubHub, Dignity Health is the new name. TGB and Thompson Boxing are collaborating for Gervonta Tank Davis versus Hugo Ruiz. Originally, Gervonta Tank Davis was supposed to fight Abner Mares, but Abner Mares suffered a detached retina in sparring in the second to last week before the event was to take place. So Hugo Ruiz is a roughly a 10-day replacement. He's 39-4, and Gervonta Tank Davis's WBA 130 title is on the line. This is his title defense. Erickson Lubin 19-1 versus 29-10 Ishe Smith. It's a 10-round fight. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but I'm gonna do my best. Sharif Bulgari 32-1 versus Javier Fortuna. 33-1. That's a 10-round fight. Juan Heraldez 15-0 versus 17-2 Eddie Ramirez. That's also a 10-round fight. From Dallas, Texas, Mario Barrios 22-0 versus 19-2 Richard Zamora. That's a 10-round fight. Angelo Leo 15-0 versus 11-1-3 Alberto Torres, 8-round fight. And then Jose Balderas, the brother to the other to Carlos Balderas. They are promoted by Richard Schaefer's Ringstar Sports. He is fighting 1-3-2 Gerald Miner, the 6-round fight. This was going to be in Carson, California, February 9th. Tom Brown Promotion in association with Thompson Boxing. Top Rank on Sunday will be holding a card with the main event being Jose Carlos Ramirez, the WBC 140 champion, 23-0, from Avenal versus 30-1 Jose Cepeda. This will be an interesting fight because Jose Carlos Ramirez has only had 2 fights with RGBA and was being trained by the legendary Freddie Roach, and now Freddie Roach is training Jose Cepeda. So this is a battle of not only the fighters but also of trainers. And then also on that card, Ray Beltran, 35-8-1 versus 19-0 undefeated 19-0 Hiroki Okada. It's a 10-round fight. Genesis Cervania, 32-1 versus 21-0 Carlos Castro. That's a 10-round fight. And then this card is totally stacked with, as you can see, Andy Vences is on there. Saul Neno Rodriguez is on there. Joel Diaz Jr., who's been seen currently at RGBA training, is on there. The very amateur decorated Gabriel Flores Jr. from Northern California is on there. Isidro Ochoa, another fighter from RGBA Riverside, is on there. He's at 6-0. He's going to be fighting another 6-round fight. And then also from Big Bear, trained by Abel Sanchez, Guido Vianello is on there as well. So a very heavily stacked weekend from Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Tons of fights, tons of stacked cards. It is good to be a boxing fan. A lot of it is in, all these are on the West Coast, but there's tons of cards on the East Coast as well. Raging Babe is doing a event in Pennsylvania with tons of fighters over there. There's cards all over the place. There's cards in Mexico. There's cards all over the place. So a great time to be a boxing fan. And I'm Sonteo Media. You can find me on YouTube. Please like and subscribe. You can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Sonteo_media and Sonteo Media. Thanks for watching, and more videos coming soon.